The grand estate stands bathed in sunlight, a facade of beauty hiding the sorrow within. Inside, a mother shares her final words with her beloved daughter, Cinderella. With a gentle smile, she imparts her last piece of advice. "My sweet child, stay kind and good, and I will always be close to you in your heart." In a moment of quiet sorrow, she passes away peacefully, leaving Cinderella alone. Cinderella moves silently through the graveyard, each step a whisper on the untamed grass. At her mother's grave, tenderness softens her features as she kneels to gently clear away the memories of passing seasons. Seasons transform the landscape, yet her devotion remains, a timeless echo in the graveyard silence. Through summer's gold to winter's starkness, Cinderella's love persists, an eternal flame against the shifting backdrop of life and loss. A year has elapsed, leaving a trace of sorrow on Cinderella's father's kind face as he welcomes a new wife and her daughters. The stepmother sweeps into the grand estate, her smile betraying a calculating intent. Stepsister 1 and Stepsister 2 mirror their mother's saccharine facade, their eyes scanning the opulent surroundings with thinly veiled avarice. Their calculating glances reveal a hidden agenda beneath the surface of false pleasantries. The air thickens with unspoken intentions as the family stand in the grand hall. In the grand estate, the stepsisters' cruel laughter reverberates as they encircle Cinderella. With wicked glee, they tear at Cinderella's beautiful dress, reducing it to shreds. "Look at the proud little princess in rags," they taunt, their voices dripping with scorn. "Ha! To the kitchen with you!" they command, banishing Cinderella to her fate. In the dim morning light, Cinderella starts her endless toil, her silhouette a symbol of servitude. As the sun climbs higher, Cinderella kneels, lighting the fire. Malicious laughter echoes as the stepsisters spill peas and lentils into the ashes, creating a deliberate trap, laughing as Cinderella painstakingly cleans up their mess. In the dim kitchen, Cinderella cowers by the fireplace, a portrait of exhaustion and despair. Her face, smudged with grime, reflects the cruel nickname that haunts her, Cinderella. "Cinderella," they sneer, a constant reminder of her endless servitude. The kitchen shadows seem to mock her dreams as she remains trapped in her thankless existence. The market fair bursts with life, a symphony of colors and enticing aromas as the father readies himself for departure. The father looks at his stepdaughters and asks a question. "What gifts do you desire from the market fair?" The stepdaughters, lost in vanity, declare their desires. "I want beautiful dresses, the finest silk. Pearls and jewels, father, the most dazzling ones." The father turns, his gaze softening as he directs his final question. "And you, Cinderella?" The father rides along the winding forest road, sunlight filtering through the trees. A hazel twig brushes against his hat. He pauses, a flicker of recognition in his eyes. Remembering Cinderella's request, he reaches out. He carefully takes the twig. He holds it gently in his hand. In the solemn graveyard, the father extends his hand, offering the delicate hazel twig to Cinderella. Cinderella gently accepts the twig, their fingers brushing in a tender, unspoken moment. Kneeling at her mother's grave, Cinderella carefully plants the twig into the waiting earth. From the earth springs forth a beautiful tree, its branches reaching towards the heavens in silent tribute. Under a somber sky, Cinderella treads softly among the gray headstones. Her solitary footsteps echo in the graveyard, a testament to her quiet sorrow. She nears the hazel tree, its skeletal branches reaching skyward. A little white bird, feathers as pure as snow, graces a branch with its presence. The bird looks at Cinderella, a silent acknowledgement of her presence. In a miraculous gesture, it tosses down whatever Cinderella wishes for, a symbol of hope amidst sorrow. In the majestic grand hall, anticipation hangs heavy as a royal announcer prepares to address the realm. The announcer's voice echoes, commanding attention. "Hear ye, hear ye!" A decree resonates through the hall. By order of the king, a grand festival shall be held. Hope and excitement ignite as the announcer proclaims, "Every young woman in the land is invited to meet the prince." The promise of a royal encounter fills the air, setting hearts aflutter with dreams of destiny. In the grand estate, the stepsisters revel in their excitement, while Cinderella's hopeful plea hangs in the air. Cinderella's voice trembles as she asks, "Please, stepmother, may I go to the ball?" The stepmother dismisses Cinderella's dreams with a cruel decree. "You, Cinderella? Don't be absurd." The stepmother seals Cinderella's fate with a final, stinging blow. "You're covered in dust. You have no proper dress or shoes." In the stark kitchen, the stepmother's face is a stone mask, revealing nothing. With deliberate cruelty, she tips the bowl, watching lentils spill into a pile of ashes. Gray dust billows, obscuring the colorful legumes, creating a task of near impossibility. Her voice cutting through the silence, the stepmother declares, "If you can sort these out in 2 hours, you may come." A near impossible task lies before her. The stepmother watches silently. In the somber graveyard, Cinderella stands among the silent stones, her voice a gentle whisper calling to the sky. A flurry of wings announces their arrival, the birds descending like a feathered storm. The birds work with miraculous speed, their tiny forms a blur as they meticulously sort the lentils. With hopeful eyes, Cinderella presents the sorted lentils to her stepmother, a fragile offering of love and expectation. But her stepmother turns away, denying her yet again. Cinderella's hope shatters, her eyes reflecting the cold reality of her stepmother's indifference. The last car fades into the distance, leaving Cinderella isolated among the silent witnesses of the graveyard. She advances toward an ancient tree, its gnarled branches clawing at the moonlit sky. Beneath the skeletal branches, she whispers her wish into the vast, echoing darkness. A bird descends from the night, delivering a bundle of shimmering dreams to her feet. Before Cinderella lies a breathtaking gown of gold and silver beside delicate silk slippers. Cinderella steps into the grand ballroom, her gown shimmering brilliantly beneath the dazzling chandeliers. Across the room, her stepfamily remains unaware of the enchanting presence that has just graced their midst. The prince, engaged in conversation, suddenly halts as his gaze becomes ensnared by Cinderella. Drawn by an irresistible force, the prince begins his advance toward Cinderella, utterly captivated. The prince dances only with her. As twilight descends, Cinderella makes a silent escape into the sprawling gardens. The prince, captivated, stealthily trails her through the maze of flora. In a sudden, secretive move, she vanishes into the dim recesses of the garden shed. The shed door closes quietly behind her, leaving the prince alone in the tranquil garden. The royal ballroom glows, a sea of light reflecting off polished floors and shimmering gowns. Cinderella appears in a magnificent rainbow gown, instantly capturing the prince's undivided attention. As they move together, Cinderella and the prince begin their dance. The room fades away, and only they remain. The prince gazes at Cinderella, utterly spellbound by her beauty and grace. Cinderella returns the prince's loving look, her heart swelling with newfound joy and hope. Lost in their dance, time stands still as Cinderella and the prince share a magical moment. Unaware of the night's impending end, under the cloak of night, Cinderella's desperate flight begins. She grabs the rough bark, her hands seeking purchase on the aged wood. With each upward heave, the leaves whisper her frantic ascent. Higher she climbs, the echoes of the ball a mocking reminder of her lost dream. The sounds of music and laughter taunt her from the brightly lit ballroom. In the solitude of the tree's embrace, she finds a moment's respite from the approaching prince. In the grand ballroom, Cinderella emerges, her gown a radiant cascade of sunlight. Her dress shimmers and sparkles, captivating every eye in the ballroom. Unbeknownst to Cinderella, the prince's cruel trick awaits her next step, the palace steps. Now a treacherous trap of sticky pitch await her descent. Each step she takes is a step closer to the prince's cruel trap. Will her radiant appearance be enough to overcome the darkness that lurks beneath the surface? Under the cloak of night, Cinderella flees the palace, her silken gown billowing behind her. Panic and regret surge as she descends the grand staircase, each step echoing her desperate escape. Suddenly, a golden slipper becomes ensnared, a glittering betrayal amidst the ornate stonework. The slipper remains stuck fast, a sparkling relic of a dream abruptly shattered. Trapped between two worlds, Cinderella pauses, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and resignation. The golden slipper remains, a silent testament to a night of enchantment, now lost forever. Beneath the sun's gentle caress, the prince arrives at Cinderella's humble abode, a beacon of hope amidst modest surroundings. Holding the golden slipper high, the prince declares his decree to the world. Only the girl whose foot fits this golden slipper shall become my bride. The slipper shimmers in the light, a symbol of destiny and transformation. The modest home awaits, its secrets soon to be revealed by a single fateful fit. In Cinderella's home, the eldest stepsister struggles, her face contorted in a grimace as she tries to squeeze her foot into the glass slipper. Frustration mounts as the slipper stubbornly refuses to accommodate her foot. She is defeated by the slipper. The younger stepsister eagerly steps in, her own attempt ending in a wince of pain as her heel protests against the unyielding glass. Her foot is too large to fit the slipper. She is defeated by the slipper. Perched on the windowsill, a pair of doves silently observes, their gentle cooing a subtle chorus to the unfolding charade as the prince watches on. In Cinderella's humble home, a prince stands tall, sunlight illuminating the room. The prince asks with hopeful eyes, "Are there any other daughters in the household?" Cinderella's father hesitates, his face momentarily shadowed by shame. Cinderella steps forward, her eyes downcast. The prince kneels before Cinderella, gently taking the golden slipper. The slipper fits perfectly, and the prince declares with a triumphant smile, "It is you!" Under a floral canopy, Cinderella and the prince stand bathed in light, exchanging vows as a new chapter begins. Drizella and Anastasia watch from the crowd, their expressions a complex blend of hope and trepidation. Cinderella, her eyes sparkling, notices her stepsisters amidst the gathered guests. After the ceremony, Cinderella approaches Drizella and Anastasia, her gentle smile promising reconciliation. "Welcome, Drizella and Anastasia. I'm so glad you could be here," Cinderella says, her voice filled with genuine warmth. Cinderella extends an olive branch. "Let us put the past behind us and embrace a future filled with kindness and understanding."